Hey, what's up guys? Now, again, quickly before this video starts, I know that I haven't been uploading for a pretty long time, but that's because my internet was trash. Okay, and now that I'm able to upload, I'm actually gonna go upload more on my gaming channel now, rather than on this channel, so don't expect too much on this channel. Like I said, I'm mostly gonna do stuff on my gaming channel, because, I just do not have more stuff to talk about on this channel. So, you guys go right ahead and check out my gaming channel, subscribe to that if you wish. I just play a bunch of games and whatever. I do have a few good videos on there, and I just figured out how to use Facecam with OBS, whatever. Shush. And also, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the rest of the video, and also, yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Link in the description below for the gaming channel. Anyways, that's it. Have fun. Peace.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Hello guys, how are you doing? I know I don't make videos quite often. Don't judge me. Well, actually do, because the videos are for you guys. But again, my internet is still trash. I was actually expecting to make way much more videos because I thought my internet was going to be great. But it should be great by the end of this week. So what exactly happened is, well, in the title, a Jew beat up a bunch of Nazis, or quote-unquote Nazis. But as it all happened was, my friend, he's a Jew, and no, this is not the same Jewish friend who lives, the rich friend. This is a different Jew. This has actually happened, well, 2 years ago, I believe, in 9th grade, back when I was in. Anyways. So what happens is, my Jewish friend, keep in mind, he's a really, really, really passive guy. Like, he could take a lot of BS. I'm not even joking. He could take lots. I mean, you could stand there and roast him all day, and he would just take it as if it's nothing, and he'd just brush it off as if nothing even happened. But this is the time when he broke. Literally. Well, no. Well, actually, yes. Literally, he broke someone. But that's gonna be later on in this story. And I know I'm keep on skipping the shoutout series. I'm trying not to. I'm gonna try to make one tomorrow, but we're gonna see how that works out. So, my Jewish friend, let's call him Anne Frank. Now, oh my god, I'm calling him and Anne Frank. Whatever. So, whatever. Doesn't matter. This is just a name. It's just a name. So, Anne Frank here is just walking around being about himself. And this group of Mexican people, I'm not trying to be racist, so all you Mexicans out there, don't take this the wrong way, but this group, specific group of 4 Mexicans, they love pissing people off. So next day, they actually made themselves like, you know the Hitler armband? Like the one with the swastika on it? Yeah, you guys probably know it. Whatever. And so they actually made that for themselves, and they wore it the next day. And then they wore like full-on gray. They did the Hitler hairstyle because like they had pretty decently long hair. I mean, it's obviously way much shorter than mine, but they like gave themselves like a little Hitler. And then with like a Sharpie, they drew themselves like a Hitler stash. And one specific Mexican person there, he actually grew himself a mustache, and like he's been growing mustache, like he wants a beard, but he's been growing it for a long time, so he ended up like shaving all of it off except this Hitler stash. And so keep in mind, this story was actually way much worse than it's about to sound. So this group of Mexicans comes up to my Anne Frank, and they start saying, "Hey Jew, why couldn't you just accept the Nazis, huh?" And then they're like hailing Hitler. They actually started calling him a Fauernschlager, and from what I learned, because good thing, one of my subscribers here was actually a really good person, actually taught me what that means, and that means woman beater from German to English. Thank you a lot for that, by the way, because it actually did help out. But anyway, so this guy, ooh, I'm trying to actually remember exactly what happened, but yeah, they're like, "Oh, what are you doing, Fauernschlager?" And I've been like, wow, what's that mean? And they're like saying a bunch of other German words I forgot, and they're like, "Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler." And I'm like, "Ooh," and they're like coming up in his face, and it's like, "Ooh, there's a Nazi in your face, what are you gonna do about it?" And I'm just standing there, and I come up to one of the guys, like, I come up to the bigger one. Keep in mind, my Jewish friend, he's not really that buff. And funny part is, here's like another little mini story. I know I always go off track, but be quiet. But so what happens is, this guy wants to get buff. He works out. He's been working out for like already 5 years, and I barely noticed even a slight difference. And he's like, wow, if only there was a drink that could give me instant muscle. And I'm like, well, there is something like that, and it isn't actually a drink. And he's like, what is it? And I'm like, steroids. And he's like, huh, funny man. But anyways, so that happened. And then what ends up happening, wow, I repeat myself a lot. I'm kind of rusty on YouTube. Wow, a little off practice. Anyways, so this Jewish friend of mine, he is taking it all in. He's just trying to walk away, and so I come up to one of those, the guy who grew out the mustache. I come up to him, and I'm like, dude, you better leave him alone or you fight me. And I was dead serious. I was gonna beat the living hell out of this guy as soon as, like, I was going to do it, but the only reason I didn't do it is there's a bunch of teachers around, and they didn't do anything. They were looking in our direction, and one of them actually looked for like a good 20 seconds, and then he stopped looking, as if nothing's happening. And they're like having this Hitler salute out with like their hand forward out in front of them, and they're like pushing this guy around. And keep in mind, this guy is really very, very religious about the Jewish religion. I know almost nothing about the Jewish religion at all. All I know is the Star of David. That's it. I don't even know what it represents. That's all I know. Literally. Someone educate me. So what ends up happening is this guy, you could tell he's like right on the edge of exploding. And after, I forgot exactly what, but after someone said something, this Jewish kid exploded. Like, he yelled so loud, and there was like conveniently a 2x4 laying right next to us. He picks it up, he breaks the first guy's jaw, and keep in mind, these Mexicans look really buff, but they're literally were just pussies. And so he breaks this guy's jaw, and then he like starts beating the rest of them. And this guy's never been in a fight before, and this is the first fight he's ever been in, and he won. So he just goes apeshite crazy and starts, as a matter of fact, he actually punched a guy in the temple continuously, and he knocked this guy out instantly. Within like the first 3 seconds, he knocked this guy out and like continued punching him right in the temple. And in case you guys don't know, that is lethal. Luckily, this guy didn't die, but he was hospitalized. All of them were, in fact, because there was, as a matter of fact, this next guy, he had 3 broken ribs, a broken arm, and as a matter of fact, next to us, there was like stones laying around. So he picked up the biggest one, smashed this one dude's skull in, and like his head was like bleeding out really badly. And he continues, and then he like breaks this guy's leg like by kicking the back of his knee and like going even harder for that. And then afterwards, he just like starts punching this guy in the neck. As a matter of fact, this guy wasn't able to breathe for like a good minute or so. He wasn't breathing. His face was turning like blue, and I was like, he knocked out 2 guys that were unconscious, but the rest of them were like laying bleeding to death. And then of course this Jewish guy comes here, and then a teacher comes in. I'm not teacher, but you know those school police? I don't know what they're called, but it's like police, but they're at school. And they come up and they break this guy up, and then this guy was like, he's screaming, "I'm gonna kill you, you pieces of I'm going to kill you." And I didn't step in. I was just gonna let him do whatever he was gonna do. But then afterwards, he'd been sent to the principal's office, and these Mexican kids got like a 3-day suspension for being quote-unquote assaulted. Wow. One person assaulted 4 people. And this Jewish friend, he got 2 weeks worth of suspension and whatever. And then what ended up happening is we figured out that these guys are actually in a gang. Like, these Mexicans, they were in a gang. I'm pretty sure they were Bloods or something like that. I don't really know too much about gangs. But they were wearing full-on red. And you could tell because they would always follow him, and they always had something in their pockets, and they were always searching around, but there was like always like a teacher or those school police things. And then I'm like, dude, do you know there's a gang following you? And I do not want to get involved with the gangs right now. I do not want anything to do with that. And he's like, oh yeah, okay, I understand then. And afterwards I was like, I'm like, dude, you're on your own. Actually, no. And then afterwards, I tell him to tell his parents to move, to explain the whole situation. And a week later, they ended up moving to, well, I was about to say the city, luckily I didn't. But they moved a good 60 miles away. And they got a new school there. As a matter of fact, I'll even tell you, they, and Frank and his family moved. Whatever, I do not know if he would like me telling this, but he moved a really good distance away, and he got a school there, he made new friends there, and he left all this behind, and I've never seen him since. I have never talked to him, but all I know is that he was actually a really cool friend, he was actually really chill, and that is all I have for today. So, again, I'm just going to wrap this video up with, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, leave a like, and don't forget to leave a comment, because I just love answering and reading them. You guys are always just so kind, so nice, and also don't forget, there's still that Twitter thing that I'm doing, or Instagram. Just message me some stories from your lives. I prefer Instagram because it's easier for me, so you could like direct message me your stories and I'll just tell them on this channel, so you might get featured one day. So yeah, don't forget to message me on, just do that. I'm actually really excited to see who's gonna come. And speaking of Instagram, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, link in the description below, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Peace out.